Today we're going to be priming some 44 Special on the RCBS bench primer, and that's coming up next year on Jesse B Outdoors Reloading. Welcome back everybody, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, leave a comment down below if you like videos like this. First off, I would like to thank one of my viewers. One of my viewers not only sent out the bench priming system here for us to use, he also sent the 44 Special brass out to the channel. I like to thank you. You know who you are. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. So what this is going to be part one in a series of loading 44 Special. I've never loaded 44 Special before, so I figured I would make a series of it. So let's go ahead and I'll bring you in, show you what we're using, and we'll go ahead and get started. Alright, stuff we're going to be using today is going to be just mixed range brass right here. And then what we are going to be using for our primers is we're going to be using Winchester large pistol primers. I got 50 of these to do, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, I got 50 primers loaded up in the tube here, and I got 50 pieces of brass sitting over here in my little Lyman Stadium stand here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm still not used to using this. I've only used it maybe twice, 3 times that I can think of offhand. Now the reason why I'm doing this is we're going to be loading these on my RCBS Rock Chucker Supreme, but I really don't like priming on that, so that's why we're doing it this way. So what I'm going to do, as I showed you guys, I got these all facing up. So what you got to do is you got to pull down on the handle. That places a primer in the cup. Then you raise the handle up to keep that down. Put your piece of brass in there, and I'll show you guys. Right there, there is no primer in there. And then you go ahead and push that primer in. Now the reason why I really like this is I used to have a Frankfurt Arsenal hand primer. Well, when my muscle disease, my hands are getting really weak. So what I did was my buddy Tony over at Lakeview Outdoors wanted that. So I shipped that off to him for him to use since this was given to me. And I can tell you right now, pushing down on this handle is so much nicer. And you can see it sets that primer in there right where it needs to be. So once again, we went down on that. That'll put another primer in there. You can see we have no primer. And we're going to pop this in. And you can see right there, absolutely no issues. Now what I'm doing is, and I forgot to do it on the other one, so I know they're primed now, what I'm doing is I'm flipping them up so I can see the primer. So when we go back to the press, I know that these have already been primed. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be quiet for a little bit, load some of these up for you guys to hear how this all works and to see how it works. Oop, try to flip it over here. But you can see what I'm doing is as I'm going to pick up a piece of brass, I'm putting that primer in. That way by the time I come back here, the primer's already in the cup. And we're seating that bullet, flipping it back upside down. And once you get a cadence down on this, it goes pretty good. I found that if you do try to move it too fast or hard, usually it'll fling the primer out of the cup. So from my experience, just do a nice steady little pace here. And this is used, but I can tell you guys right now, it is very nice and smooth to use. I don't feel no roughness or anything in it. RCBS, from my experience, everything I have from RCBS is a very nicely built product. Like I started off reloading with the Lee presses, and then I got that RCBS Rock Chucker Supreme, and I cannot tell you how much more smoother. Everything just feels a lot more quality with it than Lee. Now, I'm not dissing Lee products. I still use a bunch of Lee products. I love Lee Reloading dies. I still have my Lee Classic turret press, but I'll tell you, I got 3 presses. And I've got the Lee Classic turret press, my RCBS Rock Chucker Supreme, and my Dillon 550C. And there is a world of difference in smoothness and quality between the RCBS and the Dillon over the Lee. A lot of times, if people are new into reloading, I do recommend the Lee Classic turret press. But if you want something that's going to last and be smooth, if you're doing single stage, definitely go with the RCBS Rock Chucker. Really like that. But you can see here, I'm not really going fast. Knocking these out pretty quickly here. As you can see here, I already got a little spoiler here that we're going to be using bullseye powder in these. The reason why I'm going to be using bullseye when we get to that video is because I got this jar, and I hardly don't care for the bullseye that much. It's not one of my favorite powders. I mean, there's nothing really bad about it, and it works on a lot of stuff. I just think it's maybe kind of snappy or something. It's just not one of my favorite powders. And my powder shelf is getting full because my wife's uncle actually gave me 4 jars of powder too, besides what I had. And I need to get that shelf cleared off here, so I'm going to start doing a bunch of videos of the powders I don't use that often and try to get it used up here. Now you can see right there that primer right there kicks sideways. I'm going to push it down. So I'm trying to use up some of these powders I normally don't use. If you guys do like bullseye, leave in the comments down below, what do you use it in? I know on the thing it says it's good for 38 special and 45 ACP. I've actually used it in 38 special, have no issue with it. Actually, I like using it for a plus P load in 38 special. But the other load I like using for my plus P loads is Hodgdon HP 38 or Winchester 231. They are the same thing, but I like loading that because I use HP 38 and like everything. So I like doing my plus P rounds better with that because it's a powder I keep a lot of on hand and use it in everything. So, and I already got plenty of 38 special plus Ps loaded up, so I really don't need this bullseye for that. So I figured we'd do it in 44 special. And like I said, if there's any other calibers you like using it in, leave a comment down below. Maybe we'll do some videos on it and use it in something else. I'm thinking about, I got 1,000 rounds of Berry's 147 grain plated bullets for 9mm. I'm thinking about using some of this and that also. Oop, that primer did not go in the cup. Put it right back in there though. So far, every time I've used it, I haven't had this perfect with dropping primers. But like I said, I did get this used, not new. But truthfully, like what we've seen here, as long as it gets it near the cup, I do not mind if I got to go back and straighten it up. But right here, we're already getting down to almost 50 rounds here. That goes quick. You get talking. Get all these put in. And we should be down to the last one. Get that in there. Get that seated. Now we got an empty cup. And that's all it is. Using the RCBS bench primer. Really like this thing. A lot easier on my hands. Love it. So now you guys can see how easy it is to prime brass here with the RCBS bench primer. Very nice. Like I said, I got very weak hands now from my muscle disease. This thing is so nice, easy, and smooth to use. I can feel the primer bottom out on it with absolutely no issues. Like I said, this is going to be part 1 in a series of videos. The reason why I primed it first is because once I take this off and I put my press up, I want to leave my press up for the rest of the series of videos. Some people will size their brass first and then prime them. That's why I'm doing it in the order I'm doing it, because once I put my press up, I don't want to take it down and keep changing it. I just want to change the dies out and record the videos for you guys. So look forward to part 2, where we're going to size these on the RCBS Rock Chucker. So as always, don't forget to check the links out down below. Down there I have links to Axil hearing protection, Gator's eyewear, and a bunch of other companies I like dealing with. Some of them got discount codes to save you guys money. Others are affiliate accounts that do help out the channel. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Leave a comment down below. We are One Nation Under God, and I'll see you all on the next one.